Ayan. Pwede ba ako makakuha ng heart sign or like sign if you see my presentation? If it's clear. Ayan. So we have a confirmation. Good evening, everyone. Ayan. I'm fresh from traffic, but thanks to Nrf2. So parang hindi naman mukhang na-stuck on traffic. So good evening, everyone. I see some familiar faces tonight. For this training, of course, we'd like to make sure everybody understands it well. So I would encourage you to get your paper and pen so that if there are any new information or there are information that you really have to take note of, you get to have a diary of the learnings that we'll be having over the couple of days that we'll be together. So this training is exclusively for our Lifevantage family members. So we hope that you've already tried the product and that you are sharing the product so that we can actually take advantage of this technology, not only for ourselves, but even for others. So my name is Jen. I am the resource person for products for Lifevantage Philippines. I am a licensed pharmacist by profession. For tonight, okay, we'll have a different thing, diba? If on the first session you were with me, we don't have this. But so that we'll have something new every session we'll now have the word of the day. Ayan. So for tonight, the word of the day is cell regeneration. So for the series of trainings that I'll be having, you will hear this word, cell regeneration. And the cell regeneration is simply the reestablishment, the reclamation, the development of cells, all right? And this is a characteristic that actually make our aging depleted or delayed. So cell regeneration is crucial so that we can delay aging. So fasten your seatbelt. I think we are 81 strong tonight. We usually start on time, and let me start with my presentation. For our foreign guests, there are some times that I might be or I may need to speak in Tagalog so that the flow would be natural. So you can just type in the Tagalog word that you'd like to be translated. But I'll try to mix Tagalog and English so that everyone can understand the entire training. So for this evening, we'll be talking about health realities. We'll also discuss cellular health, why it is important, and of course, some realizations that I have came across, especially that in the past 11 years, I have been exposed in the nutrition industry. And also, why are we flipping the switch? And why are we asking the Filipinos to finally take the Lifevantage or the life advantage? So health realities. With the present times, we have been exposed to a lot of supplementation, a lot of health fads. And as years come by, we really realize that everybody really has a very busy lifestyle. Not just with work, not just tossing in between regular work and a part-time job, but we also consider taking good care of the family as part of the reason why we are busy. And these things have health implications to us, and sometimes it renders a question, all right, if am I really taking good care of my health? A lot of people has taken a lot of supplements, a lot of health aids, has done a lot of diets, all right, but sometimes they would wonder, why do they still get sick? So my attempt for tonight is to help us realize that not only that you consider what you put inside, not only that you consider what you do every day, but you also have to consider some natural body processes in order for you to attain good health. So in short, hindi lang natin na-attain yung good health para lang sa mga nilalaklak nating vitamins or gamot. Hindi rin natin na-attain lang yung good health kasi may narinig tayong diet, alright? Usually there are some body processes, all right, that will enable you to really flip that switch so that we can delay aging. So from the word aging, okay, so what is eminent is aging is a usual and flowing process, and this is an active process. There's a lot of things that can actually lead for us to age. And the problem is aging, okay, if we're not able to monitor it, okay, can lead to a lot of cofactors that sometimes can lead to degenerative disease, that can lead to abnormal health conditions, and we can only see sometimes aging in skincare product, but cellular wise, you're also aging. And one of the factors that contribute to that is actually the presence of what you call free radicals. So write down on your notes, free radicals. So what are these? These are chemical molecules that makes our cells unstable. They attack our cells. And when we have lots of this, when we have bulk numbers of this in our cells, it can actually lead to oxidative stress. So now that we have the problem, which is the free radicals, I'd also want to discuss a solution, all right, that will neutralize the free radicals. So when you have free radicals, which sometimes we can't control because either you create it or either you get it from outside, you also create, okay, and get what you call your antioxidants. So the free radical is the problem, the antioxidant is somehow the solution. And with our attempt to get antioxidants, there has been a lot of vitamin supplements that claim, okay, that say that they are abundant source of antioxidants. There's a lot of fruits and vegetables who say that when you eat them in bulk can actually give you antioxidants. But science tells us that antioxidants, although we can get it from external force, the best antioxidants usually comes from the one that you generate, the one that your body creates. So the problem is free radicals that causes oxidative stress. The solution is antioxidants, which neutralize the free radicals. So to elaborate further, okay, now that we realize ano ba yung kalaban natin, all right, I'd like you to ponder on the photo, particularly the one on the color blue, all right? A lot of people would really consider diabetes, cancer, and the like as something that is so serious, all right? But if you would check on a medical standpoint, that's only the tip of the iceberg. We only see the surface when we get these diseases. But before we actually get and develop this, okay, bago yan naging diabetes, bago yan naging cancer, bago yan naging heart disease, it was first rooted, okay, to certain years of you having hormonal imbalance, detoxification problem, inflammatory problem, and you know, sometimes you don't really take this seriously. Like for example, if you don't sleep on time, you would say, I'll just catch up over the weekend. And what we don't realize is that this lifestyle, okay, that we develop, okay, this lifestyle that we don't really consider of, they sum up and they add up, all right? And the problem is when it's uncontrollable anymore, then it actually results to degenerative diseases that we have. So again, in Tagalog, prior yan o bago pa naging diabetes yan, naipon mo na to. This was your usual lifestyle over the years. And the problem is, as we age, habang tumatanda tayo, the body is unable to recuperate or the body is unable to cope up right away. So if you would observe, when you were younger, when you lack sleep, parang it's easy for you to recover. But when you're older, it's really hard to catch up in a lost sleep, di ba? It's really hard to catch up with stress, and sometimes it can really take a toll on our health. So even toxic emotions, when you're always angry, when you're always fearful, when you resent people, di ba? Especially now, di ba, in politics, di ba? Parang I don't recommend any, di ba? But what I'm trying to tell you is that the emotions that we're having here might lead us, all right, to degenerative disease such as this. So I'm not telling that you don't care about your country. Of course, we should. But you also have to consider that election is just one day, although it's very important. But if you have if you have these toxic emotions over the past few months, this could have a toll on your health. So just set the balance, okay? Always consider that this could be bad investments that could lead to degenerative disease. So why are we in attempt to create antioxidants? Why are we in attempt to prevent oxidative stress? Because usually these conditions, these imbalances, dysfunctions, they are triggered by oxidative stress. So let me just paraphrase. When there's free radicals, there's an imminent danger of oxidative stress. What neutralizes that so that it cannot lead to disease? It's your antioxidants. So the question is, where are you sourcing your antioxidants? How often do you have this so that you can ensure that oxidative stress is prevented and that cannot help or that cannot lead you to develop this underlying causes? So if you just see in this picture, bago yan naging ganyan, it was really this, okay? It was a combination of this one. Improper diet, improper food choices, lack of sleep, might be too much intake of supplements that you're not sure of where it was generated or manufactured, or too much intake of medicine because sometimes you don't have choice. You are already diagnosed with a certain disease. So it's really a juggling activity. But once you realize that you just empower your cell, you just provide your cells the tool in order for it to create antioxidants, then it can really give you the higher chance of attaining good health, at least, diba? And regaining your health and delaying aging. So why cellular health is important? It is because cellular health, all right, when you are able to maintain this, okay, it gives your cells the capacity to heal itself. If you would remember when you were younger, without any intervention, if you have wounds, diba, it can heal on itself. If you have fever, diba, you just sleep and everything will be fine. If there's some infection, the body can easily recuperate and recover. But as you get older, it would take some time for you to recover from a stressful event, from a flu, from cough, diba, from fever. And if you will correlate that statement, if your cells, okay, have sufficient level of antioxidants, it has the capacity to conduct cell division, it can patch ongoing damages, it can communicate clearly from one protein to another what has to be addressed, like for example, toxin, okay, like for example, invaders, bacteria, virus, and other pathogens. And if your cells are healthy enough, meaning it has sufficient levels of antioxidants, it has an automatic, or it actually carries an automatic protective mechanism overall in all parts of your body. So if I may just give you a history, the reason why scientists really wanted to find that fountain of youth, which they think was found in vitamins, it is because the vitamins, the supplements industry, they are in attempt in bringing back your cells, all right, into its healthy form back when you were younger. But science tells us with the recent advancement, I am not telling hindi tama yon. It was true before. It's still true, all right? But advancement says that nutrients, you cannot just get them from the outside. You are able to create them pala. You are able to generate them. You just have to open certain doors in your body. So a healthy cell is able to do the following. But when you get older, when you have a lot of free radicals, it delays. Okay? So it actually causes some problem. That's why you would see now, especially if you're diabetic, it wouldn't heal. Sometimes mga you have to get amputated, diba? So what do we want? We want to find something that opens the gate and enables your cell to heal itself. And that's actually possible. Okay, so let me just give you a little description or photo of how your cells are affected when there's oxidative stress. So remember my second slide, I told you, diba, that part of what causes aging is your free radicals. Diba? Sa lahat ng free, yan yung ayaw ko kasi that can cause damage in your cell. When your normal cell is invaded with free radicals, which you get from external force, from damaged cells, from damaged organelles, diba? So this actually leads to faster cellular aging. And when there is faster cellular aging, that can lead to what you call your degenerative disease. And degenerative disease, they come in combo, meaning if your blood pressure is elevated, it can send trigger to your pancreas. That's why your sugar can be elevated too. It can send signal in your pancreas or it can send signal in your gallbladder. So, hindi yung pag high blood lang. Usually, may network yan. It affects your sight, it affects your kidney, it affects your circulatory system. So, the story about free radicals is something we don't talk about, but that's actually the basic framework why you get disease or why you develop disease. So sad that in the recent generation, this was not thoroughly discussed. But if you would go back to universities now, just to give you an idea, I was able to teach in 3 universities prior to my present employment. We would really discuss the importance of oxidative stress. Kasi nga, most of our diseases, they are all rooted out to faster cellular aging. And when cells age faster, okay, the cells aren't able to do their specific work, and sometimes it can lead to a faulty cellular network that can lead to degenerative disease. So ano kung may degenerative disease? What if the cells are severely affected by oxidative stress? Then that can lead to cell death, abnormal cell death, all right, and sometimes can lead to organ failure. So if one cellular network is damaged, It can affect the tissue system, it can affect the organ system. Ito na tayo nagkakaroon ng decline ng health. So, kung balikan mo, ba't nag-decline health mo? Degenerative disease. Paano nagkaroon ng degenerative disease? There's faster cellular aging. What is the culprit of that faster cellular aging? That is your oxidative stress. So that's the problem. But let me tell you, okay, what can we do and what is the natural solution when we are faced with this kumbaga, issue of oxidative stress? So what is the recent scientific advancement? It actually tells us that your cellular network has natural pathways. And when these natural pathways are activated, okay, they generate its own antioxidant. So regardless if you take your antioxidants from food, from supplements, from other factors, if you are able to activate your gates, your pathways, okay, it can create its own version pala. Okay? And when it creates its own version, it actually helps your cells get energized, you can have enough protection, and you can have enough vitality. So I'll give you an example. I don't know if you've heard some medical professionals who would tell you, do not take iron supplements unless you're pregnant, unless you're anemic, because your body can create iron. So actually, that holds true. Okay? Your blood, okay, it stays on your system for 120 days. And then upon cell death, okay, the bad component, the dirty component goes to your liver and your kidney, and that becomes your tae or ihe, your feces and your urine. The healthy usable component, they go back to your bone marrow. So together with the vitamins from food, B-complex, nutrients, and others, your bone marrow recreates that new quality of blood. So that new quality of blood is suited for your body, is suited for what your needs are. So meaning, your body regenerates, your body creates its own. What you just need is a healthy liver function and a healthy kidney function so that they can drain out the toxic substance of the used blood that you have. So how do you know if the toxins are out? Usually manifestations is your jebs or your tae or your feces turns yellow. Your urine turns yellow. Okay, so natural color of urine and our fecal matter is yellow because that's the used bilirubin. Okay, or that's the used blood component. Okay, that's not needed in the body. So ulitin ko lang, yung katawan mo, kaya niyang gumawa ng sarili niyang red blood cell. Okay? So, kung gusto mo na iron-rich siya, you should get the nutrients, alright, from outside and the inside so that you can create quality blood. Okay? So, there's a lot of things too. Like, for example, your liver, it can create its own glutathione. You just need to make sure that you detoxify your liver. Your liver's glutathione is a more versatile version than the one you get from the oral tablets that you buy in the market. So, it would really be true that some supplements will be phased out if people would know this, diba? But again, iron was created for pregnant women, for those who are deficient. But if you're okay, you just activate the pathways. Okay? And when you activate the pathways, your cells can create what you need. Okay? But when you age, okay, when you have oxidative stress, when you have a lot of free radicals, that hinders or delays the natural process. So that's why if you observe, when you were younger, you're energetic kasi you constantly create good red blood cell. But when you're older, you abuse your body, diba? You abuse your health, smoking, drinking, ganyan. So what happens is you delay the capacity of your body to create quality red blood cell. So I hope you get the point. The body has the capacity to recuperate, heal itself. Okay, that's why questions before, I remember I had a student who would say, why is it in the time of Adam and Eve, they don't need supplements but they survived? Diba? Because they had an environment that was free from free radicals. Siguro ang stress lang nila was the sin when they ate the apple from the forbidden tree. Diba? So, kidding aside, what I'm trying to tell you here is that your cells has the power to heal itself. You just need to activate natural pathways to activate natural needs of your body so that you can create your own antioxidants, be energized, protected, and develop vitality. Okay? So in case that you are information overload, don't worry. We have sessions during Mondays and Thursday. We'll have repeat sessions of this for the month of May. So I just want you just to grasp my stories, to grasp the concept. And the sooner you'll realize, kaya mo na rin i-explain what I am explaining. Okay? So going back, what was taught to us before, okay? Get enough nutrition, exercise, minimize stress, take lots of vitamins. Although that was true, okay? That was true, but advancements now tell us, okay? Actually, hindi naman advancement. Actually, if you would read biochemistry, the terms Nrf1, Nrf2, NAD, that has been used na. A lot of people in the medical field, they know that na. But what's good with Lifevantage is that they set the communication across, not just from people in the medical field, but even to regular people like us, okay? That what is real is that the human body has the natural capacity to fight insults. When you say insults, these are your free radicals. How? Okay, by producing its own antioxidant and determining or creating its own detoxification process. But how is that possible? How do you create your own antioxidant and detoxification process? You have to activate a certain pathway, and that is the Nrf2 pathway. So for those who are new here, Nrf2 is not a product. Okay, Nrf2 is a mechanism. What we are sharing is something that activates Nrf2, okay? So that the body can create its own antioxidant and the body can detoxify itself. So going back to my story about recycling your blood, you would need to detoxify your liver and your kidney so that we can really separate the dirty parts of the blood and you create quality new blood, okay, as you complete the cycle. So what is also real? Okay, there's another pathway that has to be activated. Okay? Activated, okay, so that you can increase your mitochondrial number. Okay, let's go back to the cell. Your cell has different organelles, different parts. There are parts of the cell that clean the cell. You call that the lysosome. There are parts of the cell that protect the cell. I remember, di ba, ano yan, yung endoplasmic reticulum. Narinig yan. You don't need to memorize. But one thing that you should know by heart if you're doing this business is that there is this part of the cell we call the mitochondria or the powerhouse of the cell. This mitochondria has to be in abundant number because they constantly generate antioxidant. When your mitochondria as an organ inside the cell is overused, okay, consumed, okay, instead of generating good antioxidants, okay, they generate faulty antioxidant that causes problem within the cell. Kaya if you would read journals, there are diseases like cancer, leukemia, di ba, that they are linked to mitochondrial damage. Instead of the mitochondria producing ATP and antioxidant, the mitochondria produces faulty ATP and antioxidants, which causes internal problem. Why some cancers occur, although that's one of the theories. So going back, okay, what has to be activated aside from Nrf2? You may also activate what you call your Nrf1 pathway. Okay, why? Because when you activate this, you increase your own mitochondria. I know you've heard some products that they attempt that if you take this capsule or tablet, you can have 30 times more mitochondria. Although they are good, okay? But it would be best fit that you create your own mitochondria. Why? Because your body will recognize its needs, okay? It's just like we say, Mother's Love, since it's Mother's Day on Sunday, diba? I will not choose other mother than my mother because that's my best fit. There could be a lot of mother there that can give the best, diba? Parang sila yung mga coenzyme Q10, okay, from other shelves. But the best fit for me is my own mother. Going back, the best fit for you is your own mitochondria, the one that you created. You get the point, diba? So by the way, happy Mother's Day to the mothers out there. And advance for me, diba? Kasi I told you I'm pregnant. So going back, okay, you have to activate your Nrf1, okay? Because that enables you to create your own mitochondria that will provide cellular energy. And of course, why does it address degeneration? It is because when there's a lot of free radicals, when you have good numbers of antioxidant, it neutralizes the problem. So pag na-neutralize, instead of degeneration, there is neutralization and regeneration. Okay? So do not be overwhelmed. Kumbaga, balance. Okay? It's better to have your own mitochondria. Although, you can still get from external source. Okay rin naman yun, di ba? If you are into pathway activation, which is the one that we have, okay yan. If you want to augment it with supplements, okay din yun kasi sabihin you're helping your body boost it up. But what I'm trying to tell you here, is that pharma-economic-wise, it's better for you to create your own. When we say create your own, activate those pathways, okay, in order for your body to create its own antioxidant, detoxify itself, create its number of mitochondria to help the cells. And then, of course, another pathway that has to be activated also, okay, is what you call the NAD pathway. So, ano naman ang katuturan nito? Okay, so NAD pathway, when you activate this, okay, this actually influences what you call your sirtuin activity. Sirtuin activity, ang end result niyan or ang end product niyan is mental clarity, is detoxification, is delay in aging. Kumbaga ang side effect ng sirtuin activity when you have that naturally is this enables you to be vitalized or you feel younger. Okay, so where do we usually link sirtuin activity? If you do fasting, I don't know if you've heard people, they do 21-hour fast, 18-hour fast. Ito yung mga hindi kumakain for 18 hours. Tapos once a day lang sila kumakain yung mga OMAD, o 1 meal a day. Okay? What is the reason why they're doing that? Okay? They're not starving themselves just because they're starving it. But science tells us that when you starve yourself, okay, you are activating a pathway. Okay? You are activating an activity which is the sirtuin activity. And the good effect, if you are starving yourself, okay, although hindi ako hindi ako nagpo-promote, gusto ko lang makita niyo yung concept. If you're starving yourself or putting your body in a small nutritional caloric activity, you activate, okay, your cells, you use the unused fats, you use the unused sugar, you make your cells more active, di ba? Kasi gutom, hahanap yan ng mga bacteria, hahanap yan ng mga nutrients, so it will utilize whatever it can use, and that's very good for detoxification. So, sirtuin activation is really good. Okay, that's why some people really do fasting, and sometimes you would see they would lose weight, they would improve in terms of health, parang bumata, di ba? They look younger. However, okay, not everybody can activate sirtuin activity through fasting. Kasi what if you're diabetic? What if you're hypertensive? You cannot deprive yourself from eating eating not on time. You might get sick. Your sugar might go down. So what do we do? There are certain ingredients that activate sirtuin activity without starving you. And for those who are taking maintenance medication, for those who have degenerative disease, I would encourage you to talk to your doctor, okay? And adding, okay, NAD activators or NAD pathway activators, because that will enable your body to detoxify, absorb your medicine better. If you're taking supplements, absorb the supplements better, and that's beneficial to health. So, ang maganda pa, pag na-activate yung NAD mo, tapos di mo naman kailangan na mag-starve, it has really good beneficial activities. And you would observe talagang reduced yung aging mo or mas nababawasan yung faster aging. So with NAD, if you are a person with degenerative disease, please talk to your doctor. And you know, sometimes they're open to that. Sometimes they would ask you, so what ingredients can activate NAD? Kasi there are some drugs that activate NAD, but it would need clinical clearance. Ito, we have natural ingredients that activate NAD. So kung wala ka namang degenerative disease, but you have history, mama and papa has this, ganyan, you can start taking NAD, especially if you are not the compromised part, the pregnant, the lactating women and others. So itong NAD, maganda tong option that you can ask on to your doctor. But if you're just new here, I would encourage you, let's start activating at least your Nrf2, and then to be followed by your Nrf1. Okay, so for this slide, I'm not demeaning vitamins. I'm not telling they're not true. They are true. But what the science advancement tells us, you need to create your own, okay, vitamins, because that vitamins is mostly recognized by your body. Babalik ako dun sa Mother's Day example ko. Your own mother is your best fit. Okay? So the bottom line, there might be a lot of options there, but you choose the best fit for you. Naturally, what you create, that's the best fit. Okay? So if I will release a children, your children is your best fit or are your best fit. Okay? Whether they have different attitudes, they are best fit for you. So it's really something natural that happens in the body. Okay? So my realization, okay? It's really what? Activating pathways, the Nrf1 and Nrf2. And if possible, activate your sirtuin activity naturally, okay, without starving, by taking ingredients that activate the NAD pathway. So why do we flip the switch? So ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce to you ingredients, okay, or products that activate Nrf1 pathway, Nrf2 pathway, and NAD pathway. And these are this product. So the Nrf1 synergizer, okay, so the benefits of this is that when you activate the pathway, particularly the Nrf1 pathway, you increase your energy level, all right? And the energy is needed in cellular functions in order for your blood to flow, your heart to beat, your circulatory system to function, your liver to detoxify. It needs energy. So it increases your adenosine triphosphate or your energy reserve. So what are the ingredients that activate Nrf2? Okay, so ito yung mga nagpapa-activate. Kaya siya Nrf2 synergizer. Okay, so again, we are not selling the pathway. We are activating the pathway. Okay, so these are the ingredients that you can have, okay, in right combination that can kumbaga, that can activate the pathway. So the right combination of acetyl L-carnitine, okay, can help improve and boost mitochondrial function. And ang kanyang target is to prevent oxidation in the RNA, okay? Kumbaga sa genetics parts ng ating cell and the mitochondria, which is the powerhouse of the cell. You will observe that we're always talking about mitochondria kasi nga the mitochondria is the usual part of the cell that is overused. So when it's overused, instead of it producing benefit, sometimes it produces damage. So we don't want that. Okay, so another ingredient that activates your Nrf1 is of course quercetin. Okay, it's a type of polyphenol that protects the lining of your mitochondria so that the mitochondria can still produce ATP, which is needed by the body for energy. Then ALA or alpha lipoic acid. Okay, so aside from turning glucose to energy, okay, so it also protects the entire part of the cell, especially the mitochondria from free radical damage. So ulitin ko na naman, why? Kasi when your free radicals are damaged, they cause your cells to spoil. So kumbaga, panis, masisira yung cells mo. So we really have to take good care of the mitochondria. Then we have the grape extract. Okay, so it contains what you call as stilbenoids, a type of polyphenol. Okay, so ito talaga, okay, in right combination, it can flip the switch, okay, and activate the Nrf1 to increase oxidation and delay, okay, or to decrease, okay. So kumbaga pinapa-prevent yung oxidative stress, okay, at pinapabagal niya yung aging. So kung makikita mo dito, it activates Nrf1 protein. So listen, okay, you have to take the product as it was designed, meaning you cannot overdo this product. If you came from an industry na may overdose, megadose, pre, damihan natin para talagang lumakas na tayo. That doesn't apply here in Lifevantage. When you overdo your Nrf1 pathway activation, instead of this producing clinical benefits, it can cause harm onto your body. So some people would say, ay, nakaka-harm pala yan eh. But you know, you have to weigh the benefit over the side effect, right? So how do you prevent the unwanted effect? You don't overdo the product. So how do you deal with that? If the bottle tells you 60 capsules, okay, you divide that for 30 days. That means the maximum that you can take a day is 2. Okay, 60 divided by 30, 2. Ma'am, what if I want 4, 6, 8, 12? Okay, it may not produce a harmful benefit tomorrow, but flipping the switch, okay, just like what you do at home, di ba? Pag sinisira mo switch, it can be destroyed. So you just take it as designed. You just take it as advice. You don't overdo it. Gone are the days that we are exposed in an industry of overdosage, of mega dosage, okay? We don't do that here, okay? So for you to activate the Nrf1 properly, take the product as designed. Do not overdose it. Maybe you can underdose probably because of the budget. But if you would like to have the optimal benefit, it was designed that way, that 60 capsules per bottle, you divide it for 30 days. That means you'll take twice a day. Okay? You can take it all together in the morning or decide 1 in the morning, 1 in the evening, basta twice a day. Maybe there are some people who would say, no, what was taught to us was 6, 8. Okay, ako, I'll be talking as a pharmacist on my perspective based on my research. So don't overdo it. Okay? Next, it also contains a little bit of coenzyme Q10, all right? A little, kumbaga, support, okay, push although we create our own coenzyme Q10, okay, or ATP to the mitochondria, a little push, right, in order to boost the ALA function, okay, and help the body get an outer source at least, okay? So may inner and outer na support na pa-patch up yung energy requirement. So Nrf1 activation is designed, okay, to improve cellular performance, because once you improve your cellular performance, you can provide energy to different parts of the cell. Okay? So yan yung una nating pathway na Another. Okay, Nrf2 synergizer. So this one, this activates naman the Nrf2 pathway. So pagka naalala nyo yung Nrf1 energy, Nrf2 protection. So ang benefit niya, actually there's a clinical study that says that when you use this for 30 days, okay, you can improve oxidative stress. Ibig sabihin, mababawasan yung oxidative stress ng 40%. May clinical basis yan, ha? Hindi lang yan inimbento yung number. And that clinical study was done on Protandim. Okay? Hindi lang yung ingredients na pinaghalo-halo. So, benefit if you open the pathway is you reduce cellular stress. And then also you're able to neutralize free radicals. Okay? Particularly, nabilang nila up to 1 million free radicals pwede mong man-neutralize. Then also it has the capacity, remember the discussion a while ago, to increase your own antioxidant and detoxify your body. When you detoxify your body, you repair the cell and you rejuvenate the different parts of the cell. And then what's good with this, it goes on the RNA level. Ibig sabihin yung talagang gene level ng cells mo. So it helps you create detoxifying genes and regulate survival genes. So bakit may word na regulate? You cannot overproduce survival genes. Okay? It can cause sickness or disease. So dapat neutralize lang yung mga genetic functions na yan. So what activates Nrf2? Yan, turmeric root. Aside from joint health and digestion, talagang it can help boost your antioxidant protection. Then green tea, all right, ang impact niya is because of the oxidation or the antioxidant levels, it has a good brain function enhancement, okay? Even cardiovascular health is improved when you have good levels of green tea on the cellular level. And ito yung pathway, pag inopen ng green tea, it helps your body regenerate in all aspects of the cellular network. So it also have Bacopa monnieri. When this is added and your Nrf2 is activated, ang kanyang direct benefit is the brain, particularly cognitive function, concentration, and alertness. So siguro, I'll just clarify some concepts na parang we thought before, Bacopa monnieri pampatalino. Hindi yung Bacopa monnieri lang yung pampatalino eh. It opens certain pathways in order for you to have better concentration, better alertness, diba? And stronger cellular defense. Okay? So, when you were younger, you were alert, you concentrate well, you have good cellular defense. Pero when you were aging, it declined. So, we open the pathway para you go back to your usual self. So, it also has milk thistle or silimarin. So, aside from activating Nrf2, it has a direct benefit in your kidney, liver, and gallbladder. Then ashwagandha. You cannot overdo this. Dapat tama lang yung kanyang combination, just the right amount. So this is an Ayurvedic herb that's actually very good in activating your brain, particularly on memory enhancement and restful sleep. So going back to the dosage, all right, you cannot overdo this. When the bottle tells you 30 caplets or 30 tablets or capsule in tablet size, so divided in 30 days, that means you're just allowed to take once a day. Ma'am, can I overdo it? I'm so stressed. No, you cannot just do that. It was designed that way, so we really have to follow. And you really have to religiously take it at least 30 days. There are some claims that they got better after 2 days, 3 days, but ang objective natin is overall health. So you really have to commit yourself taking this at least 2 to 3 months, okay? And later on, I'll give you a challenge na you really have to measure it. So mamaya pag-usapan natin. So when Nrf2 is activated, it actually fights the oxidative stress, all right? And when you flip the switch, it actually enables your body to create its own antioxidant and detoxify the body. So another one is the NAD synergizer or the nicotinamide adenine dinucleotide activator. So anong effect niya? Okay? When you activate this pathway, aside from improving and activating the sirtuin activity, which I explained kanina, it also supports autophagy. Ano yun, Miss Jen? Engulfing or eating the dirty parts of your cell. Kailangan may garbage collection eh, di ba? Kailangan malinis, ma-detoxify. Kaya yung mga nagpa-fasting, gumaganda ang balat, nag-lose ng weight, nag-improve yung mukhang bumabata, kasi they do natural autophagy. Pero yun nga eh, not everyone can nutrient deprive themselves. Not everyone can starve, not eat 21 hours, 48 hours, di ba? So we just activate it naturally with ingredients that can open the NAD path. If you're doing fasting, happy for you, di ba? Wala kang problema, wala kang limit. Pero we have a lot of people that they're unable, they cannot deprive themselves of eating kasi sugar might go down, BP can go up, di ba? So it's just activating NAD that somehow can improve the condition. So nakita din natin, improves mental focus, concentration. When you activate NAD, nakita natin, nag-improve yung mental alertness, mood, motivation. So marami siyang na-activate na cellular pathway, not just your liver, not just cleaning the entire cellular network, but even have benefits in the immune system, the brain, even on cardiovascular health. So kumbaga nagiging alert yung immune system mo. So kung may allergens, magka-allergy ka. Pagka walang allergy, kakalma siya, di ba? And then even your cholesterol level, it will let the good cholesterol flow so that it can get the bad cholesterol that can affect your vascular system. So don't get me wrong, I'm not telling this is a medicine. But most of your degenerative disease, they are because you don't clean your cells. You don't do autophagy. Most of your degenerative disease is because your inflammatory responses are not fast. Diba? Hindi ganun ka-sensitive. So, i-sensitive natin para makagawa tayo ng cellular response. You may have your cardiovascular disease kasi bakit? Eh, baka hindi umiikot yung good cholesterol mo. You need to improve your vascular system. So, what activates NAD? Yan. Wasabi rhizome, powder, right? Meron yung isothiocyanates, alright? That when this opens the NAD pathway, this actually helps improve metabolism. That's why yung mga nagpa-fasting pumapayat. Tapos meron yung olive leaf extract that enhances your inflammation sensitivity so that the body can react when to inflame and when not to inflame. By the way, sa inflammation, ingat kayo sa term na yan. Hindi natin pwedeng sabihin na, uy, it can prevent inflammation. No. It can balance inflammation. When inflammation is low, cancer yan. When inflammation is high, allergy yan. So, be careful with your terms, okay? Alongside with the inflammatory sensitivity, it's also management of your cholesterol and improvement of your vascular system or yung blood flow and even digestive health. It also has cuprous niacin. Ito, you cannot overdo this. That's why kailangan susunod ka lang sa dose kasi this is a precursor to really activate your NAD pathway. When the pathway is activated, you improve metabolism, the usage of your fuel as an energy or as another alternative for the body to have other functions. And it's a cofactor for iron. Remember my story a while ago? Instead na maglaklak ka dyan ng iron, create a cofactor, activate a cofactor so that you can create your natural form of iron. It also has an impact on nerve health and even energy production. So kita mo yung mga nagpa-fasting, di ba? Parang ang lalakas, di ba? Parang pumayat, pero iba yung energy, di ba? Yun nga, going back, not everyone can deprive, di ba, from eating. So just activate it naturally with this ingredient. Then let's steacrine. Kapatid to ng caffeine without the unnecessary side effects. So when this activates NAD pathway, it helps liver, kidney detoxification, and gallbladder. Okay? Ma'am, bakit napag-usapan yung gallbladder? We always think of detoxifying the liver because of the toxin, kidney, para yung good urine. But you know, gallbladder, they clean up the fat content from the diet. And when we don't detoxify that can lead to gallbladder stones and even inflammation. And the problem is some people would resort to removing their gallbladder, and that's not good. Wala ka nang magsasala ng fat. Diba? So, you don't detoxify lang liver and kidney. Also consider something that detoxifies fat, and that's the gallbladder. So, why is detoxification very necessary? So that you can take away the toxins that can inhibit or delay regeneration. So, again, going back, if you are prescribed with a lot of maintenance medication, I would tell you to talk to your doctor. Kasi, di ba may mga toxins din naman yung medicine? Kasi you have to take it because it has a clinical benefit. But you want to take off the toxins out of there and even clean your liver, kidney, and gallbladder. bladder. So anong benefit when you open the NAD pathway? You can perform a lot of cellular function that even reaches the DNA level. So napiprevent yung damage, na i-enhance yung genetic functions, alright? And not only on cellular level but even on different cellular networks, even on the brain, inflammation, your vascular system, yung blood level, circulation. So maganda talaga siya. So baka naisip niyo, dami ko nang iinumin, di ba? But you know, sometimes we really have to invest on our health. You can even buy a house you can even buy cellphone, di ba? But you know, you really have to start taking good care of your health. We only have one machine, yung katawan natin. When we're sick, you cannot enjoy your house. Baka di ka na makaakyat sa second floor, di ba? When you're sick, you cannot drive your car, di ba? So tingnan mo lang siya, di ba? So you wanna utilize your assets, you wanna enjoy aging, you really have to have this thrill of improving your health and finding advanced technology product. Okay? So with that, okay, alongside with our 3 products, we also have a skincare system. Siguro in the coming months, we'll discuss on this further. Just give me a few more weeks to try it more, okay? Kasi I would really want to try it first before I give you my judgment, okay, of how it works. But with recent researches that I have been doing, what's good with True Science cosmetic product is that it's all natural. It's really a clean formula without any chemicals. And this is paraben-free, sulfate-free, gluten-free, and not so fragrant unlike other cosmetics. And maybe you can just start first at least mga lotion, but you know, it's good that you try the entire system so that you would see the difference. So utang ko yan sa inyo ha, we'll discuss on that soon. So before I end, okay, siguro just to give you a glimpse why I got interested with Lifevantage, it is because not all supplements I've met, not all activators I've met would really place their product on clinical trial, okay? What impressed me about this company is that they really use Protandim supplement, all right, in their clinical study that actually was completed, all right, na talagang na-establish. So when we say it helps you in your oxidative damage, it helps your athletic performance, meron tayong publicly listed clinical trials that can show you how the product really works. Some products in the market, they would claim to be clinically studied, clinically proven, but they just study the ingredient, not the product. Ito, Lifevantage was so upfront and sincere that they use their own product. They invested on real research. That's why you are really having the confidence that the product is good. Maybe in the internet, you would see na parang, oh, it might cause cancer or it might cause disease. Again, that happens with overactivation. That's why going back, okay, hindi ko nasabi, okay, when it says 60 capsules divided by 30, 2 a day lang. Do not overdo it. Okay? And you have to religiously take it every day. So what is our business? Again, ladies and gentlemen, we are not in a nutrient business. We are not in a nutritional business who are in attempt of giving you nutrients from the outside. We are in the business of what? Of activating your cell, opening those pathways so that you can create your own antioxidants, your own detoxification process, your own mitochondria. So definitely when people ask me, what is Lifevantage? We are a cellular activation business. When you activate Nrf1, you activate energy. When you activate Nrf2, you promote protection. When you activate NAD, you promote vitality. So take action, okay? Scientists never accepted that aging is a fact of life. Even the pharma industry, they would create medicines that would cure, but a lot would not invest on prevention. Diba? Kasi what if nga naman prevention happened worldwide, but no one will get sick. So where will the medicines they created go? So we want to change that ship. We want people to enjoy aging. We want people to experience senior years, diba? Ako, I'm very happy when my parents, okay, although si mama pa lang yung senior, would tell stories that they had free cinema, that they had discounts in food. You know, I would want people to enjoy their senior years. Travel if they may, diba? It's because that's the way of life. You've worked hard. 59 years old below, diba? And if you'll be stricken by disease, it would be unfair for you. That's not quality of life. So we're not promising heavens here that you will not get sick, but at least you'll have a living chance to activate those pathways and at least delay aging and improve the quality of your health. So sabi nga, it's our response that matters. So take action now. Please use the product, see the difference. Minimize health claim. Hindi to gamot sa cancer, hindi to gamot sa leukemia. We're not like that. We just activate the pathways. We just let the cells do their action. And the benefit is delaying degeneration, delaying oxidative stress. So you are energized, protected, and vitalized. And ito yung sinasabi ko kanina, have a routine health check. If you're taking this product, I would encourage you, okay? Have a baseline. Medyo magastos, but it's workable. But it's good that you'll have a blood test, okay? So that you can see if the product really works, if you see that the health is really improved, so that you'll have enough motivation that what you have invested is really working. Iba yung nakikita natin na bumababa na yung blood sugar, nag-i-improve na yung blood cholesterol, di ba? So, if you're doing the business, maybe set aside of your commission and invest on routine health check. That's actually very good for you to really see for yourself that the product works. So I hope that you always attend our online trainings, and if ever we'll have face-to-face trainings. And by the way, for our friends in Davao, I'd like to invite everyone. See you on Saturday, SMX Davao. We'll have a fun learning session as well as business opportunity meeting, all right, so that you can enjoy the advantage of Lifevantage. So welcome to the cellular technology or cellular activation business. And if you've learned a lot and you want to have a copy of the presentation, please do send me an email. It's at lifevantageph.productinfo@gmail.com. So I'd like to apologize for those who emailed us Monday kasi I was a bit experiencing hyperacidity because of my first trimester pregnancy. I'll catch up sending you the presentation tonight or tomorrow. Okay, but for the rest, if you have questions, if you would like to have a copy of the presentation, please send me an email. I would rather answer your questions one-on-one so that we can prevent miscommunications or product claims, all right? And we can help the community learn better. So thank you for tonight. We have another session on Monday and then also Thursday. Okay, so, hindi, tama ba, Ma'am Tino? Monday. Although after election, ayan, let's see each other. Okay? And learn and have fun doing and taking Lifevantage. So thank you, everyone. I'd like to hand in the floor to Ma'am Tintin, okay, for further announcements or other communications related to our events. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Jen. And thank you, everybody, for joining us. So we don't have the product training by Jen on Monday because it's
Okay.
election day. It's a national holiday for the
Okay,
Philippines.
ma'am.
So,
Okay. I'm on my correction. No training on Monday, but we'll see each other Thursday, 7 p.m. Okay? It's always 7 p.m. Maliman yung relo ko dito. Huwag niyo sundin yan. We always have a 7 p.m. date. Okay? Except on Monday, but Mondays and Thursday, it's Gen University time. Okay? So, see you on Thursday next week and Monday again on the next week. Thanks, Ma'am Tin. Thank you, everyone.
so much, everyone. And hopefully, we'll see you in Davao. We will be there for the Davao Sales Rally at SMX Convention Center, 1 o'clock on Saturday. Jen will be there. Hope to see you there, especially those from Mindanao area. And we'll see again, Jen, on May 12th. Same time, same channel. Okay, if you have questions with regards to our products, you may always send an email to Jen at lifevantageph.productinfo@gmail.com. Okay, thank you so much, everyone, and have a good night. Good morning
Happy
to
Mother's
our...
Day on Sunday and vote wisely on Monday. Bye, everyone.
Yes, happy Mother's Day to all the moms. Thank you, Jen. Happy
Thank
Mother's
you,
Day,
ma'am. Thank
Jen.
you, everyone.